I hope you don't mind my dropping by like this, but I hadn't heard from you in several days, and I just wanted to know how things were going.
Well, things are going pretty well, but right now I'm a little pressed for time.
I understand. Of course, I know you're a very busy man with a great many irons in the fire, and I'm only one of them, but what I really came to ask you about was Paige Carrington.
What about her?
Just wanted to know how things were progressing with her.
Did I really say that I saw Mrs. Carrington in the hotel?
Yes, that's what you said.
Well, actually, it wasn't quite that way.
You didn't see her there.
Oh, I saw her out front as I was leaving the hotel. Sure, she must have been outside shopping or something.
Oh, I see.
You know, Mr. Carrington, I hope you don't think that I hold any of that Alex Wheeler stuff up against you.
Pardon?
Well, the fact that the police booked me for his assassination. I read the papers that you got a hearing coming up.
Yes. Yes, on Friday.
Well, I hope everything goes okay for you.
Thank you.
See, I know what it's like to be locked up. I spent 3 years up there in Huntsville, and, well, it wasn't no picnic, I'll tell you that. And if it hadn't been for my sugar darling waiting for me all this time, well, I don't think I would have made it. Yeah, I owe Nita a lot.
As I'm sure you do.
Well, then I gotta get going here. I got a client, and, well, we're gonna meet this big shot who's gonna be financing her demo tape, and, well, he might even bankroll her career.
Well, good luck.
Thanks. Goodbye, Mrs. Carrington.
Goodbye, Billy Joe.
What was that all about?
Well, I haven't seen Paige. Not since the other night when we had dinner together.
Really?
I'm surprised she hasn't told you.
Well, I haven't seen her since then either. Well, you must have had some night, huh?
Why do you say that?
Well, I called Paige at the top of the world the next day, and I was told that she wouldn't be in. Well, was she everything I said she'd be?
Oh, yes. I enjoyed myself immensely.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear it, because I was thinking of arranging another little tryst for the two of you, but I wanted to check in with you first. As a matter of fact, I was thinking of going over to Paige's apartment when I leave here.
Now, don't you think that's a bit risky? She is a married woman.
I called her husband at the TV studio where he works and was told that he'd be locked up in an editing session until noon.
You seem to have thought of everything.
I try to be thorough, Mr. Lawrence.
Yeah. Well, if it's all the same to you, I just soon you held off on another get-together.
And why is that?
I'm a busy man.
Yes, but
Look, I don't have time to discuss this any further.
I see.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few phone calls I'd like to make.
Certainly.
Nice of you to drop by, Chris.
Goodbye, Mr. Lawrence. We'll be in touch.
Operator, Mr. Lawrence, 705. Look, I'm expecting a call from Galveston. Now, if I happen to be on the phone, would you please interrupt me? It's a very important call. That's right. Thanks. Bye.
I don't know what you mean, Elliot.
Does Billy Joe pay social calls on you often?
Well, he and his wife just moved into an apartment across the complex.
Ah, in other words, he was simply being neighborly.
So it would seem. Would you like some coffee?
Paige, you're hiding something, and I'd like to know what it is.
I haven't the vaguest idea what you're talking about, Elliot.
Well, among other things, I'm talking about the wallet that I saw in your purse the other night. You told Dennis that it had been taken from you by the person who mugged you.
Obviously, I was mistaken.
Obviously.
Oh, come on. Look, Elliot, I was in such a state that night. Surely you can understand my being a little confused.
Now, he didn't get your money. And your wallet.
He must have taken something. I just don't remember.
Your story doesn't make any sense. You come home black and blue, your clothes torn. If he wasn't after your money, what was he after?
I don't know. Maybe he was in it for the kicks.
Oh, you keep changing your story. What are you going to dream up next?
Look, I don't intend to stand here and be cross-examined by you, Elliot. I'd had enough
Paige,
of that
I'm
from
not
Dennis.
cross-examining you. I am trying to find out what happened the other night, just as Dennis was.
I already told you what happened.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's your problem then, isn't it?
No, it's your problem, too. As long as it involves my son.
Elliot, everything will be just fine if you just do what I said the other day.
You mean drop the whole matter?
Yes. Just leave well enough alone. If you really care about Dennis, you'll do that.
You mean none of this should ever be mentioned to him? This business about your wallet, Billy Joe's visit, the fact that you were at the Packard Hotel the day you were supposed to have been mugged.
It's better that way, believe me.
Yes, what Dennis doesn't know won't hurt him.
Put it any way you like.
No, Paige, I cannot do that. And I am not going to stand by and let my son be hurt by whatever it is you're mixed up in.
I would never allow him to be hurt, Elliot. You've got to believe that.
I do. I do believe that. When I was in the hospital, you told me that you loved him. And I told you that I believe that, too.
Then why? Why do you insist on dragging all of this up again?
For the simple reason that I think you're involved with something you can't control. You're in over your head, Paige. And I think you need help. Please. Please confide in me.
I can't.
All right. But I'm here. If you ever decide you can talk about it.
I have to go to work.